Hi, good morning, welcome. My name is FeleciaMarie, and this is True Moon Tarot. I apologize if you can hear my cats running around there. Anyways, so I wanted to do another random message, but this time for Earth signs. So that's going to be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, whether that's your sun, your moon, or your rising. And I guess even your Venus, since we are still in technically Venus retrograde, so why not? So, what messages? I saw it, so I'm gonna pull it out. What messages do we have? Is that the other one? Okay, so for some of you, you are working on towards your balance with your manifestations. So when we talk about manifesting things, you have to understand that it's not just, oh, I want this to happen, so it's going to happen. That's not how it works. It's, you have to change your mindset. You have to change your habits depending on what it is that you want to manifest. You have to change your living conditions, change your eating conditions, change your exercising habits, change, basically everything about your life. You have to change in order for something to manifest the way that you want it to, right? You can't just have excuse me, you can't just have the thought without the actual action. You have to have the action. And to be honest, this is more evident in the fact that we both have the sun and the moon card, which are exact opposites of each other. This also speaks to the balance of your masculine and your feminine side, the balance of what you portray out in the world versus what you feel truly internally. Some of you earth signs, I feel as if there's this emphasis on part of your journey or part of your destiny that you still haven't understood or come to terms with. Does that make sense? And I say that because we have this vein of red fate. Again, I see 303, so I will put that in the comments again below. We also have Temperance and the 9 of Swords here. So some of you are very worried about your future, worried about the way things are playing out. Maybe you're worried about things that you don't necessarily have control over. And your guides want you to know that one, it's okay to worry, but two, you need to not worry so much because they have your back, because there are going to always be things in your life that you cannot control. There's always going to be certain variables that other people have control over or no one has control over, right? So you can't just allow yourself to be worried about something or be fearful of something when you've got so many things that you can accomplish. We also have the 2 of Pentacles here. So with this one, for some of you, the thing that you're worried about is a union, like a partner or relationship, maybe the way that the relationships have been playing out in your life. I'm also sensing for some of you your soul's purpose. You're worried that what you've been working towards your whole life, or what you've been working towards up until now, how it hasn't been worth it. It's been a waste of time. But they want you to know that it's not. Don't give up just yet. Keep doing what you're doing. Maybe organize a little bit better for some of you. Maybe be playful. Some of you are so serious about your job, about your business, that you've taken the fun away from it. And so when you go and you start thinking about filling orders or doing work, right, it's not fun anymore. It isn't enjoyable for you. They want to remind you that you need to have that fun. It needs to be enjoyable. You need to sort of be carefree, but not be carefree, if that makes sense. Again, that's where that balance comes into play. Some of you, yeah, you are way too serious, way too, what is the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but anyways, you're way too serious about your work. You've taken everything and you've basically bitten off more than you can chew. You've hoarded, you've been greedy. And if this isn't you, it's somebody within the business that you work for, within the business that you have, right? Or within your family. There's somebody, some aspect of yourself, some aspect of the energy that surrounds you and yours, where somebody has bitten off more than they can chew. They have attempted to take more than they can handle. They have been greedy. They've been more concerned with their outlook and the things that they could provide rather than the people that they're providing for. Once this realization comes, it's going to be like a new beginning for you, and as far as the perspective and the way that the abundance and gratitude is looked at. For some of you, I feel like there's a specific message in the book, but I don't think it's one of the cards I've already pulled. So it wasn't that one. What about... Sorry guys, it'll stick out to me when I'm reading it. Okay, so for some of you, it's about the Queen of Wands. It says she urges you to look deep within and ask yourself if fear is holding you back. And then there was, I don't remember if this one says anything about the red. Okay, so it wasn't that one. We have the Hierophant and the Devil. So with these two, I believe it specifically speaks to your higher and your lower self, your higher self being the Hierophant, your lower self being the Devil. I feel like for some of you there needs to be not necessarily some sort of transference, but more of like an open dialogue between those two halves of yourselves. I feel like you need to be more open with the things that you're fearful of, the things that that worry you. That way your higher self can help transmute them into a strength, right? And in order to do that, you need to have those two communicate with each other, and they need to be open, and there doesn't need to be any blockages or any misrepresentations, right? Oops. I don't want to wake my husband up. Is that the only one that fell? Okay. Some of you need to be more vocal about what it is that you want. You have lost what you wanted. You have... Sandy, leave her alone. Come here, baby. Mommy will hold you. Come here. Mommy will make sure he doesn't hurt you. You're older than him, though. My cats. Anywho, some of you need to be more vocal. Some of you need to be more open with what it is that you would like to accomplish with your hopes and your dreams. Really think about what it is that you want, and be careful about what it is that you're thinking. Not just like your guides are always with you, there are always going to be some sort of negativity, negative energy around you that is going to try to take things and going to try to twist your world and to twist your perceptions. And so you need to be careful about the things that you think, because the negative things that we have, the negative things that we think have an impact. And when I started that sentence, it read 12:21 on my clock, so I will put that in the description box for you as well, along with 303. One thing I find very interesting about this Page of Wands cards that I've never actually really noticed before is, you know how they talk about some of the descriptions of the angels in the Bible. Some of them have multiple eyes, some of them have multiple arms, there's multiple wings, there's beasts, there's all sorts of depictions and descriptions of them that we have not been taught. Not really. The way that we view angels is, are very beautiful, like little statues of angels. If you would like, I can go grab one and I can show you. But anyways, I know you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, on this particular card, all these triangles, it's kind of hard to see, but they all have eyes. And I just find it very interesting. And then on the other ones, it's almost like some of them are like walnuts? I'm going to look up what a walnut tree symbolizes. So some of you need to realize that the things that you think, the negative thought patterns we have, the positive thought patterns we have, when I'm feeling a little down in the dump, and if I say, oh man, I really hope today goes well. I don't want this bad thing to happen, or I'm so tired of this and this. That's putting that out there, and that's making it more susceptible to happen. Whereas if I were to start my day and be like, you know what, it's going to be a great day. I'm going to do everything I need to do. I'm going to accomplish everything. I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to take care of that. It's just going to be an overall great day, right? Then more than likely it's going to be a great day. We have the power to manifest everything in the most minute form possible. The problem that a lot of us have is we tend to let our negative thought patterns and our doubts and our fears and our subconscious worries, we tend to let that get the best of us. We tend to let that get in our heads and kind of spice everything up. I don't know why I chose to use that, but we're going with that one. Okay, so I'm going to put these all back in here. And we are going to pull one final card to see if there is any other messages, any other random, little chats that we have for our earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay. I have done this multiple times. Now, at the very beginning, before I even started, this card was the card that I had originally pulled out. So, earth signs, there is a lot of subconscious shadow work stuff that you need to do. For some of you, I don't necessarily think it's like shadow work. I think it's more of just being honest with yourself. Open up to yourself. For some of you, you've got some blockages, and like you kind of know why you act the way that you act, or why you do certain things the way that you do, but there's something with your past. It's something that has happened in your past, and it's something that while you have moved on from, you still allow it to have some sort of control over you. How can we move past this? Make your outward match your inward. Don't do anything half-bottomed. Take your time. Focus truly on yourself. Don't worry about what others might say. Don't worry about what others throw at you. You are the best person to decide your path, and you are the best person to determine how long it takes you to get there, when you get there, what you're doing next, and how you're doing it. Okay, see, that's so weird. You guys saw that on the camera, right? But there wasn't anything here. And just like earlier when something fell, I looked over and there wasn't anything there. Maybe it's dust. But anyways, you guys just need to focus on the things that matter most to you, taking your time, being patient, really taking the time to nurture and cultivate things, right? And you also need to do that with yourself. Do that with your heart. Go down to your root chakra. Look for any memories from your past that might or might not still hold trauma somewhere for you. Figure out where the pain is that you're carrying. Figure out where you're carrying the pain in your body. Figure out what chakra is associated with that particular part of your body, 1818. And then go through and figure out, because there's other, there's like, I want to say there's like a list of traumas and where it's held in the body, I think is what it is. It's a list of where trauma is held in the body, or where certain trauma is held in your body. So find that list, figure out where you're hurting first, and then do some research on that. And then, go into your journals, start doing some journal prompts, doing some shadow work. Is it raining? Okay, yeah. So not only while you're focusing on yourself, make sure that while you're being able to take care of the things that you need to take care of, you need to work towards helping those that really mean the most to you. But take into account who you're helping, right? You can't just help everybody. You can, one, only help somebody that wants to help themselves. Two, only help somebody who is accepting of your help. And three, someone who deserves your help, right? There are a lot of people that I know that I love, that I still have love for in my heart, but I'm going to be honest with you, they have put themselves in those positions. I can't help them. I have done the best that I can do. There is only so much that I can do and only so much I will do. It's like that. And it's like that with anybody. It's like that with certain family members. Certain family members of mine don't even talk to me because they don't believe that I have changed the way that I've changed. And that's okay. That's on them. That's not on me. But they are still believing that I only come when I need help with something. And while that was the case, it's not true anymore. But because it was the case then, they have decided that they are no longer going to help me because I put myself in those positions, right? So you need to be mindful of who you're helping. You need to be mindful of who Stop playing under me. You need to be mindful of who you're helping. You need to be mindful of how you're helping them and whether or not they're taking advantage of you. Because we all know that, we all know the stories of, people who are loiters or... Why? Why are you growling, baby? What is it? I remember the story that my mom used to tell me about somebody where she grew up. He was this homeless man, and he would go and collect money, and people would give him money, people would give him food, all this stuff. Turns out, a few years later, it happened, I want to say it was when my mom was in high school. It turns out the man was a multi-millionaire. He had an huge mansion, and the way that he paid for all that stuff was getting money from everyone else. He literally did not have a job. He had all of that because of that. But he would still go out every single day and go collect more money. Now, I'm not saying that all homeless people do that, but clearly that is somebody who does not need your help. They are fully capable of getting a job because, let's be honest, they have the capitalist mindset in their mind, and they basically just made their own business. Like, there are some people who can go out and do and get a job and do their own thing, and they don't need your help. Well, there are some people who do need our help, just like there's some people who will stay in a relationship but will constantly complain about it, and you try to help them, but then they don't want your help about it, right? Or it's just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and nothing you say or no advice that they have given themselves or no advice that anybody has given them has worked, right? And unfortunately, that's somebody that you can't help. And that is a waste of your time, and that is a waste of your effort, and a waste of your energy. What is it, baby? What kitty's bothering you? What kitty bothering you, baby? But yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. So, hope you enjoyed. Lovely Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. I hope you all have a wonderful day.